Hello students, welcome to next lecture. In the previous lecture 5 we learnt about erosion control, soil loss tolerance, water erosion control measures like agronomical and biological measures, engineering measures. In the next lecture we are going to learn about soil loss estimation, applications of USLE, limitations of USLE. USLE means Universal Soil Loss Equation, developed by ARS scientists known as Wishmere and Smith to estimate the soil loss. This equation was accepted over 30 years. This equation was designed as a method to predict average annual soil loss caused by sheet and rill erosion, and it was often criticized for its lack of applications. While it can estimate long-term annual soil loss and guide the conservationist for proper cropping management and conservation practices, so its limitations are it cannot be applied for a over specific year or a particular time, and it cannot be applied for the gully structures. It can apply only for the sheet and drill structures. So let us see what we mean by soil loss equation. The USLE for estimating the average annual soil loss is given by A is equal to RKLSCP. So what are these ARKLSCP are? A means average annual soil loss in tons per acres. R means rainfall erosivity index. K soil erodibility factor. LS means L is length of the slope, S is steep of the slope, C means cropping factor, and P is conservation practices. If you see the first factor, that is rainfall erosivity index, so it is statistic calculated from the annual summation of rainfall energy in every storm for a period of 30 minutes. So we will take the storm energy, raindrop energy of any storm for 30 minutes of raindrop intensity, that we call it as I30. So this intensity varies geographically from land to land, and it can be expressed as R is equal to E into I30, where E is kinetic energy and I30 means raindrop intensity for 30 minutes of time duration. E is kinetic energy and I30 is maximum 30 minutes rainfall intensity. Next factor is soil erodibility factor. This factor quantifies the cohesive and bonding character of a soil type. This factor look at the soil properties, its resistance to dislodge and transport due to raindrop impact and overland flow. So what is the erosivity or erodibility of the soil? So this factor depends on, it can be determined through the measures of soil loss, and depending on the soil type and the area, so we can take the value of K. Like for loamy sand it is 0.07, silt loam 0.15, sandy loam 0.08, and sandy loam in Kharagpur it is 0.04, clay loam in Kota 0.11, like this. So it varies from soil type as well as the places. And next factor is the topographic factor, that is length and steepness of the land. So here length and steepness both will decides the velocity of the runoff. If the steeper the slope produces high overland flow, and longer is the slope, that also produces the higher flow velocities. So the flow of water depends on both steepness and the length of the slope. So we will combine these two factors L and S, and we will take it as a single factor for our convenience. So we have to refer a table. So for the values of ls, so the length we have to take, so we will take the standard plot's length, and depending on the steepness or the slope, so we are going to decide the ls factor. For example, if the slope is 30.5 and slope is different values, then ls factor would be like this. If the slope is 244, then depending on the slope percentage, we are going to decide the ls factor. And the slope of 488, depending on the slope percentage, we are going to decide upon the ls factor. So from this table we are going to select the ls factor. And next is the crop management factor. This factor is the ratio of soil loss from land cropped under specific conditions to corresponding loss under tilled continuous fallow condition. So this factor consists of the tillage activities and fallow conditions, and it incorporates effects of tillage, crops, seasonal erosivity index distribution, cropping history, organic matter content of the soil. So depending on all these factors, we are going to decides the value of crop management factor. So this value of crop management factor C depends on the crop which we are growing, and depends on the places also. It is different for different place and the crop which we are growing in a particular land. Next is P, that is conservation practice factor. So this factor depends on the whether we are following the conservation practice or not. For example, contouring, strip cropping, or the terracing. So we use P is equal to 1 if no conservation practice has been taken. Otherwise we will follow this table. For a particular slope, for a particular conservation practice, we are going to use a particular value. For example, in the first row slope for 1.1 to 2, if it is contouring 0.6, contouring strip cropping 0.3. So like if it is 2.1 to 7, contouring 0.5, contouring strip cropping 0.35. So like this we are going to decide upon the value of P. Let us see a problem. Given the following data, calculate the average annual soil loss. Given the rainfall erosive factor R 200, K 0.34, L 61, S 8%, C 0.2, P 1. So from this data, first we have to calculate the LS factor. Looking at the length of the land, that is slope, length of the slope is 61 meter, and steepness is 8%. For 61 and 8%, the value of LS is 1.41. So this value of LS we will use, and we will take the equation or formula for the USLE, that is RKLSCP. Then we will substitute the values of RKLSC and P. Then we will get a final answer as 19.18 tons per hectare per year. So like this we have to solve the problems. Then if we see what are the applications of USLE, it helps in selecting specific erosion control practices. By looking at the slope and steepness of the land, it will suggest us the type of the erosion control practices. Help in calculation of upland erosion for reservoir sediments and stream loading. Controlling of pollution from the crops. So these are the applications of USLE. And if you see the limitations, applicable to average annual soil loss estimation only. USLE is applicable only to sheet and rill erosion. USLE cannot be applied to gully erosions, and calculates only soil loss, not the soil depositions. For example, if the soil is deposited on a particular land, if a soil undergoes both loss and as well as deposition, so it will calculate only soil loss, not the deposition.